So how do you practice sealed without spending a whole lot of money? Well, we just got one of the answers, or at least I just found one of the answers. I'm really excited to share this with y'all. And if you are not aware of what I am talking about, I am talking about sealed format, which is a format in a lot of games. Today, I'm specifically talking about Wonders of the First, which is a new CCG that's about collecting stones across 7 realms to win. In sealed, you open up a certain number of packs. It's usually 5 to 6. In Wonder's case, it is 6 packs. And you build your deck out of those 6 packs. I love doing this for Magic pre-releases, and I've had a lot of fun doing this at the Wonders events I've been able to attend. But the issue right now is, how do you practice sealed? Do you go buy 6 packs and just rip them and then you have bulk cards? You can, but that can get expensive really quickly if you're wanting to practice a lot and consistently for events. One of the main events at Wonder's SCGCON tournaments is a sealed event. So people who want to practice a lot so that they are on the top of their game would be spending a lot of money, or they'd be setting up random polls or whatever. Well, I have found on the Wonders Codex a way to practice sealed. So let me go ahead and show this to you because I think it is really, really cool. So as I'm sharing my screen, you can see that I am in the Wonders Code on the Wonders Codex website, home, all these different buttons. And what you are going to do to find this deck builder, this sealed practice tool, is you're going to go to Deck Builder, and then you're going to click Sealed Practice. This is in beta testing, so I don't know if it's going to be available to everyone, but it should be available to a bunch of people. And it breaks it down into Pack 1, all 12 cards, Pack 2, Pack 3, Pack 4, Pack 5, Pack 6. And you can scroll through and look here at everything. This is a great pack. I have 2 Moonfire Crystal Mouses in here. 1, 2, and that is not something I'm going to complain about. And so you can see the polls as a whole, and they do line up. If you look, Pack 1 is a common, a common, a common, 3 commons, 2 uncommons, your token slot, your foil of any rarity. Yeah, your 2 foils, your common foil and your foil of any rarity. That's what it is. Your rare or better, your paper of any rarity, and your 2 commons. Again, 3 commons, 2 uncommons, token, common foil, foil of any rarity, rare or better, any rarity paper, 2 common. Holy crap, there's a lot of Moonfire Crystal Mice in this. I've done this before, and I do not usually get 3 Moonfire Crystal Mice. So this is, off rip, it's seeming like a good pack to build with to me. Obviously, for most of the time, you're probably not using the tokens other than as the flip side as your lands, which is what they are really good for in this. And what you do when you are ready to start building your deck is go to Deck, which is one of these tabs up here. There's boosters. This is what you pulled. Deck is where you have all of the cards that you pulled. It gives you the options to put those in your deck. Preview, this is where if I had anything in the deck, it would be showing up. And metrics. The one thing that I'm not sure that this shows very clearly, which is not a complaint, it's just something that I have noted, is that I don't think that we see the tokens. If you flip them over, they have here it is. Choose card side. Card has 2 sides. Which side do you want to use? Uses token or uses land? So now I have an unknown Patria land in my deck. And if I go over to preview, there's an unknown Patrian land in my deck. I knew that this had been thought of, I just hadn't messed with it enough to see how to do that. So I think this is extremely cool, like really, really, really cool. Some things to know if you are practicing sealed. Core requirements do not apply. Core just pretty much doesn't exist. You can play, if you have a core card like Eternatum, you don't have to have a boundless land to be able to play it. You just have to be able to play it. Also, the requirements, like you can only have one legendary, two primaries or three secondaries, do not apply. And so that's really cool. And it allows you to do stuff like if you have two legendaries that are really good and they're the same one and you want a higher chance of pulling into them, then you play them. Sealed is all about making the best of what you've got. It's a little bit different than draft. I don't think you could practice draft very easily with this, but you can build your deck and let's see, Orbital Holland, 3 Moonfire Crystal Mice, add that, add that, add that. I don't think there's a 4th mouse. And so I can look at this and go, here are the tall wind cards that I want to add. The core filter does not always work for me on this. Okay. But to me, that's not as big a deal because I'm not always worried about that. Let's look at legendary tiers. When a card arrives from anywhere other than your hand, you may banish it if you do put 2+1 counters on it. And I can, if I wanted to know what tokens I had, so I knew what lands I could have, I could click on tokens and tier. Stats, card type, I want to look at what wonders I have to go with these Moonfire Crystal Mice, to see what kind of deck I want to build. I'll just throw a deal maker, Palladius in there. He's low cost, high impact. And I can just scroll through here looking at what is in the deck and figure out what is the best way to go for this. That, I guess, is something for me to be aware of. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe sealed rules have changed, but last I understood, you didn't have the primary, secondary, legendary rules didn't apply, so there isn't a max like we're seeing here. But I could be wrong, that could have changed, or I could be mixing something up in my head. Either way, I am really excited about this. Your DBS doesn't really matter for brain do brain things, for sealed, but it's up there in case you're like, hey, I really like this deck. It's 30 cards. What can I add to it? Where am I? And as you can see, now that I've put some cards in here, it's showing me preview. There's my pool of what are the 67 other cards I can pull from. What are my metrics? Well, I've got a lot of wonders and nothing else. And there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do with this. I know in the past when Stoneseeker Society has done a sealed tournament, a lot of people, myself included, volunteered to open up packs on video and just basically donate the opening of the packs and say, here's what was in this pack, here's my pack 1, pack 2, pack 3. I had a play bundle I didn't mind opening, and I felt like I'd have some fun opening, so I recorded that. I sent them the 6 packs, and then they kind of, to my understanding, gave all the packs numbers and just randomly assigned people, like my packs might have been 7 through 12 and somebody else might have had 1 through 6, and somebody might have gotten pack 1, pack 24, pack 7, and so on and so forth. This makes that process so much easier. And I think it's really cool. So I'm excited. The other thing is, if you are wanting to practice how to build decks a lot, the button right here, new pool. And look at that. I have all new cards. Some of them are still working on generating. But I have a whole new set of 6 packs to pull from and figure out what I'm doing. This one is still loading, it looks like. My internet has been a little bit slow all week. But to me, this is really, really cool. Something that I'm geeking out over, and I think everybody should know about. Even if I don't know if there's a way to export from the Codex yet to TTS, but even if what you are doing is building your deck in here using the sealed practice tool, and then for a sealed tournament you're having to build that deck in the official Wonders site, I think it is a great tool. I am super excited about this. Sorry, I'm saying that a lot because it's true. So that's what I've got for you today. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how excited you are about this and how much better prepared it's going to let you be for future SCGCONs. And as always, just keep being your wonderful selves.